human development would actually be quite a bit slower than what it is if people didn't die. And this is probably one of the craziest takes. You'll understand it as I explain it here. Basically, every time a new generation comes up, new generations, and I'm talking about humans, we start to rewrite the script. We start to question things more. We stop taking things for granted. New generations, they're born into a world and they're outside of all the things that the previous generations are already doing. So they're outside of that, looking in, and they question it better. You know, like for example, Gen Z is outside of all the old school traditional American dream pursuit paths that we were on for a lot through life, in millennials as well. And so we actually have an opportunity to stop and say, wait a minute, why are we doing it like this? Why do we believe that X, Y, and Z is going to lead to A, B, and C when it doesn't? You know, the math don't be mathing. And so every time a new generation comes up, new possibilities are born. The reason why is because humans, fundamentally speaking, are incredibly stubborn. You might notice that you're a little bit stubborn in general as an individual, but collectively we're incredibly stubborn. Look how long Christianity and religion has stuck around when the truth is discovered personally in an empirical fashion that we now know that. All the enlightened masters out there, people are getting into spirituality, we realize that these outdated sort of faith-based, going to church, praying, worship, sin, all this sort of doctrine matrix, we know that this isn't the truth. But what does it take for us to break free? It takes generations of what they would call heretics and contrarians to come along and say, well, hold on a minute, none of this makes sense anymore. Just like with science. The reason that science won't investigate spirituality, which would actually help them advance science and spread access to people finding the truth for themselves through science, the reason that process is taking so long is because too many scientists that are currently alive are wrapped up in trying to get their papers peer reviewed and established research and trying to become famous and well known for something. But if they were to start talking about spirituality in their science, they would be condemned by their peers. So it's literal adult peer pressure. And it's not going to go away until new generations come in to the lab, so to speak, and say, what are y'all doing in here? Like, there's more science to be done. We can't stay in these boxes forever if we're really going to figure out what's going on here. So don't discount one of the greatest benefits of death that exists. One of the benefits to death for us is that it actually allows us to progress. Otherwise, we would go extinct due to our own stubbornness.